Hey, what's up everybody? Since I'm off today and tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to catch up on some videos. This video is going to be a tag video. I was tagged by Cashier1. It was originally created by Movie Review Time, and that is the remake versus original tag horror edition. Number 1, the Amityville Horror 1979 versus 2005. Been a while since I've watched either of those, but I'm going to go with the original 1979, which had Margot Kidder, who was Lois Lane in Superman movies. And speaking of Margot Kidder again, she's also in the next movie on the list, Black Christmas, 1974 versus 2006. I'm going to stick with the original one, which even Cashier1 said that he needs to get the Scream Factory edition. Me too, but budget's kind of tight on that. Getting stuff that I want to get, so maybe one of these days. Number 3, Dawn of the Dead, 1978 versus 2004. Now for this one, I enjoyed both the original and the remake, but of course, going to have to go with the original one. Number 4, Evil Dead, 1981 versus the 2013 version. Of course, got to go with the Bruce Campbell, Ash, 1981. Number 5, another no-brainer, The Fog, 1980 versus 2005. Going to go with the 80. The remake, I don't know why they try remaking good movies. It's kind of pointless in my opinion. Friday the 13th. This is number 6. Friday the 13th, 1980, parts 1 through 3 versus 2009's remake. Again, I got to stick with the original 3. Number 7, Fright Night, 1985 versus the 2011. The original 1985 one with Chris Sarandon was way better than the new one with Colin Farrell. Plus, I was born in 1985, so got to pick the movie of my birth year. Then we got number 8 is Halloween 1978 versus the Rob Zombie 2007. Again, can't beat the original 1978 version. John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nick Castle, all them, you know. The only thing, well, not the only thing, but one of the things I liked about the Rob Zombie remake was that it went into his childhood a little bit and showed him why he was the way he became. Number 9 is The Hills Have Eyes, 1977 versus 2006. Again, I'm going to go with the original. Number 10, The Hitcher, 1986 versus 2007. I'll have to, again, pick 1986. Get into some older movies here. The next two are going to be Vincent Price movies. House of Wax, 1953 versus the 2005. Going to go with the original. Only thing, well, the best part, in my opinion, is when Paris Hilton got killed in the new movie. Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain, but we're going to find a tattoo shop on top of the Himalayas. All right, number 11, House of Wax, 1953 versus 2005, which I just read that. I'm repeating myself. Number 12, House on Haunted Hill, 1959 versus the 1999. Again, the original's better. 13 is I Spit on Your Grave, 1978 versus 2010. The original, in my opinion. The newer one, they did up it a little bit with the violence and the kill scenes. But for the one, the original was pretty brutal itself at that time. So let's see. That was number 13. 14, Last House on the Left, 1972 versus 2009. Been a while since I've watched either of those. As far as I know, I probably enjoyed the original more than the remake. My Bloody Valentine, 1981, 2009. I think most recently I probably watched the 81 version. I don't remember the newer one as much. I know Jensen Ackles from Supernatural was in it. So the original one I'd go with. Number 16, Night of the Living Dead, 1968 versus 1990. Again, with that one, I enjoy both the original and the remake. But of course, the 1968, I'll have to go with that because that's the one that started it all. Number 17, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984 versus the 2010. Absolutely 2010. Best one. No, as I shake my head, that was horrible. Trash. Shouldn't have been made. What's kind of funny is Thomas Dekker. I met him a few years back at the Texas Frightmare weekend, and I forget if it was during his panel or when I was at his table. One of the two. It might have been the panel. He was in that movie, and he even admitted that movie was shit, and he was in it. So even an actor who was in the movie saying it was bad, that's saying something right there. Number 18 is The Omen, 1976 versus the 2006. And I'm definitely going to stick with the original one. Number 19, Poltergeist, 1982 versus 2015. All three, in my opinion, of the originals were way better than the remake. The remake was okay, but I don't think they're going to make any sequels after that. It wasn't as good as the originals. Next one, number 20, is Psycho, 1960 versus 1998. Some Alfred Hitchcock going on there. The 1998, in my opinion, is total garbage. Another waste of a movie. What was it? 88 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever. I'll never get back. If you like that movie, then, you know, whatever. That's your opinion. We all like what we like, but total waste of time. Number 21 is The Stepfather, 1987 versus 2009. I really enjoyed the 87 one. Number 22, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974 versus 2003. In my opinion, this was one where I enjoyed both the original and the remake, but of course, got to stick with the original. Number 23, When a Stranger Calls, 1979 versus 2006. I'm going to go with the original. Number 24, Carrie, 1976 versus 2013. And that'll definitely be the original. The remake was all right. I did like the effects on it and everything. So in a newer time period of filming, it was a bit better. And a little off topic, but what's interesting is Carrie, what's her name? Chloe Moretz, I believe that's her name. She's going to be in the remake of Suspiria. So that's pretty cool that she's doing some remakes of different horror movies there. And number 25, The Fly, 1958 versus 1986. I'm going to have to go with the 1986 remake with Jeff Goldblum. It's a lot more, a little bit more grotesque than the original 50s version. Then we got 26, Prom Night, 1980 versus 2008. I'm going to stick with the 80s, Jamie Lee Curtis. Number 27, It, 1990 versus 2017. Now, I really enjoyed the 90s one of my favorite Stephen King movies. Like I said, I always enjoy Tim Curry's performances, and I think he was really good as Pennywise. It was good at that time, but now that, you know, 2017 came out, they made it more scarier. I believe it was based a little bit more on the book than the TV show. Well, it was on TV as a miniseries, so it wasn't as gruesome. It was more of a comedy, whereas the 2017 It is a darker version. So I'm going to have to go with the newer version, 2017 It, only for that reason, but I still enjoy the original. Number 28, which says is a bonus here, is The Mummy, 1932, 1999, and 2017. Now, the 2017 one had Tom Cruise, and I heard they were trying to like rebirth, that could be a term, but reboot the Universal movies. And I think they pretty much failed with that miserably, and I don't think they're even going to continue with that idea. I don't know if they still are or if they scrapped it because The Mummy didn't do that well. 1999, of course, was the Brendan Fraser one. They did a few sequels, and I did enjoy those, but you can't beat the classic Mummy 1932, the original. So that is it. Thanks for tagging me, Steve, over at Cashier One. I'm not really going to tag anyone because I think pretty much anyone I was going to tag probably already did this. I'm behind on this, but if you're new to the channel and want to do this tag, if it seems fun, something you like to do, I do like to hear people's opinions of what type of horror movies they enjoy. So you can either do the video, leave a comment, let me know which ones you prefer. And thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time.